Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? So today's video we're going to be talking about Endo and the value of Endo, how it's kind of changed, like a little bit of the history of it, so you guys understand why what I'm going to say might sound extremely ridiculous to you, but we're going to get into this and we're going to do the best that we can to let's keep it clean fight. So first thing that we're going to go over is how do you get Endo? Where do you get Endo? Where's the best spots for that before we figure out how to value it for platinum? So first and foremost, you guys can go here to Sedna. Yad Vanoi right here is a good place to do it. Ideally, you want like a full squad. And if you have like everything meted out and, you know, like you have the right players, like you're going to want Nidus's Larva Pod, which I actually have on my Inaros. You're going to want damage frames that are going to help kill these enemies very quickly. If you're doing this meta style, you can get it done in about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. And you're supposed to walk out with like a lot of Endo for doing that. Maybe 4,500 Endo to 1,000 to 10,000 Endo. Something extremely ridiculous is what keeps lighting up in my comments about how much you can make doing this. I'll get back to that in a second. The next thing you guys can do for Endo is you guys can do arbitrations up here. So arbitrations is a really good way to get Endo. And you guys have also lit my comments up with really ridiculous amounts of Endo that you get for doing this as well. And other things that you guys can do for Endo, which is kind of a good thing to do, would be Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. This is also a good place to get Endo. And finally, the last recommended place, if you're like specifically after Endo, is doing Void Storms, which you go to your Railjack stuff, scroll down here, and you just bust out some Void Storms. And after the Void Storm is over, you'll have a bunch of scrap parts. When you turn those scrap parts in, they get you extra Endo as well. You're not going to need all of them, most likely. So these 4 ways are really good ways to get Endo. The problem is that, and when I say it's a problem, I mean like it's a problem that I wish didn't exist. I would like for those of you that are very confident that watch my videos, if you're on PC, for what I'm about to say, I would like for you to come down and literally show me how this works, because my meta squad and I have done all those types of ways to get Endo. We have gone through Yad Vanoi on Sedna, we've done Arby's, we've done ESO, and we've done Void Storms. And it's never nearly as much Endo as some of you in my comments swear that you get for doing it. So why is this important? Because this is about valuing Endo. And if you guys are lighting my comments up with, well, this is you get this, that's ridiculous, you get this much Endo for doing this mission, or this much Endo for doing that mission. But if it's not consistent, if you're not consistently getting that kind of Endo, then you can't say that that's what you're going to wind up getting, like as if that's supposed to affect the average of selling things that have Endo in it. If you can't consistently get that Endo, and I know it's only a once in a while thing that you walk out of, let's say, Yad Vanoi with 45 to 10,000 Endo from doing one of those missions, and it's not every single time you do it, you can't let that affect the prices of Endo. You're literally taking one time where something really cool happened that isn't all the time, and you're trying to have it affect the prices of everything else in the game, Endo-wise. That being said, I am very open to those of you that are polite and kind to come in here and like literally like come to my streams and let's do this. You prove to me that if you can get Endo consistently in all these missions, and that's why the price of Endo should be so low, please prove that to me. I would love for you to show me personally that that's how that works. Because when I do it with my meta squad, it's not consistent. It's only every once in a while. That being said, this is why this is going to be why I went over all of that, and why things are about to get ridiculous. So this is how we used to price Endo out in the game. And I say used to, I'm not necessarily saying it's still how we do it. Also not saying it's not how we shouldn't continue to do it, but it's how we used to do it. You take a bronze mod, right? You max it all the way up to 10. That's costing you 10,000 Endo and 500,000 credits. If you were to do this to a silver mod, it'd be 20,000. If you do it to a gold mod, it would be 30,000 Endo, and add 500,000 credits on top of every upgrade of mod that we do. So let's say silver would be closer to 1,000,000 credits with 20,000 Endo. A gold would be 30,000 with about 1.4 or 1.5 million credits. And for a primed mod, which I don't have any of those to show, a prime mod is about 42,000 Endo and about 2,000 or 2 million credits. So 40,000 Endo and 2 million credits for a primed mod. So what does that ultimately mean? Back in the day, when we used to take these mods and we used to rank them up to, let's say, max level. Let me try and find rank 10. Here we go. Rank 10. Now, this is going to be about 30,000 Endo, 1.4 thousand, closer to 1.5 million credits, actually. But the way that we would do this is 30,000 Endo is about 300 plat. So 3,000 Endo is about 30 plat, and 300 Endo is about 3 plat. So basically, every 10 Endo is about 1 plat. Is that right? Is that what it... No, it's every 100 Endo. Every 100 Endo is about 1 plat. So every 1,000 would be 10 plat, and every 10,000 would be 100 plat in Endo. That's what it used to be, and that's what I think it still should be. Because all of you that tell me it's so easy to get Endo, you tell me this, and for whatever reason, your brains aren't realizing it's not consistent. You're not consistently getting that kind of Endo, so I don't understand how you don't see that you're cucking yourself now and moving forward in the future, because once you've got everything out of the game and you don't need plat anymore, what are you spending it on? You're spending it on cosmetics. Oh, but now you can't sell this stuff because you already convinced the whole community that everything should be cheaper, so now you cucked yourself when it actually comes down to you dressing the part and looking like you know what you're talking about by having cool cosmetics and stuff, because apparently that's endgame in Warframe. Hopefully you guys sense the sarcasm here. But you're just cucking yourself when you do this, so it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, and I'm absolutely 100% open, ready, and willing to have you guys politely come down and, like, show me how we make this Endo. Like, pull me into a mission with you and your crew, and, like, let's go and make this kind of Endo that you swear we're supposed to make consistently. Like, we'll put, like, half an hour to an hour in, and we'll see mission after mission after mission what we're really supposed to be getting here. Now, that being said, we go to Ayatan Sculptures. These are ridiculously cheap. I don't necessarily feel like they should be. But apparently, because Endo's so easy to get, that's why they are. So we're looking at 3,400 Endo, which would mean it's really about 34 or 35 platinum for this. Now, we all know these don't sell for that much, though I have seen them sell for that in the past. But we all know these don't sell for that right now. Unfortunately, they're not even really going for half this price. 34, what's half of that? 17 Endo or something? Whatever it winds up being, they're not even selling for 17, 15. People are trying to buy these things for like 10 to 6 plat, which is absurd. It's absolutely absurd for this. That's a fat amount of Endo. And this is even like, all right, is it a common sortie reward? Sure, but how many people can really do sortie, right? You got to get through the star chart. You got to unlock the things. But like, the prices that I feel that a lot of these things are going for aren't necessarily making everybody's life easier. Like, and if you guys, and it's one thing if you guys want to support new players, I get that. I'm supporting new players. I have a Twitch channel right now where anybody, doesn't matter if you're new, old, whatever, to the game, you come down, you watch my streams, and I literally will give you free stuff. Like Warframes, weapons, mods, on any platform that you're on. I've been playing this game for 6 years. I got an enormous inventory, but I'm absolutely giving you guys stuff just for being here. You can ask me more about that when you get here, but like, if you guys want to give stuff out to new players, that's totally fine. But when you're selling stuff, if you're just going to be like, oh, well, what about the new players? It's not fair for me to sell something so expensive when the new players probably don't have any platinum. First of all, you're just assuming that they don't have any platinum. A lot of you don't even realize how many adults make a lot more money than you do and actually have jobs and are willing to spend money on the game to get platinum to be able to spend it in here. And it's nothing to them. They don't care. Like, it's not a big deal. But y'all that are poor-minded... Y'all like losing your minds about like how to try to justify and defend how things shouldn't be super expensive in this game. And I don't think they should be super expensive in the game, but like from where I came from, before the Warframe market ever existed, before that site existed, things were pretty fair and they worked totally fine. Like, things were great back then. Now it's like, it's a little bit more of a pain in the balls and everyone's using this market as an excuse to keep prices low. And I don't think it's necessarily an okay thing. But getting back into this. So the air, that would mean the air should be for 14, because we look at down there, we go to the Orda. The Orda should be 6 or 7 platinum for that one. That makes sense, right? The Piv should be 17 plat. Now keep in mind, most of these aren't going for that, but arguably that's what they should. Of course, unless one of you guys can come down and prove to me that that there is a better way to make Endo. And if you can, and there really is, but between all the methods that we did, I would love to make a video and let the whole world know how you really make the best amount of endo consistently, not like one YouTuber made a video and made a ridiculous amount of endo and everyone just blindly believes it, but you don't do it yourself and it doesn't happen consistently. If we can consistently make good endo, I would love to share that with everybody, but we got to test it out. We got to do it and it needs to be consistent because otherwise y'all just shooting flames out your butt. Anyway, that's wrapping it up for this video. I hope you guys have a better understanding of the situation and what's going on with endo. Which is part of the reason why I never sell Prime mods anymore. I haven't for years. I can't stand it. It's become too much of a pain and it's not enough value that you're getting. Side note, I want it to be very clear. Those of you that made it to the end of this video, fortunately for you, this is really important. Don't let yourself get screwed over by other people in trade chat in the sense that, like, when we're in trade chat and stuff and you see people wanting to buy mods really cheap, maxed out mods really cheap, I attain sculptures really cheap. You know what mistake you make when you sell it to them? You think that they actually need it. You know what the reality is? The majority of them are doing is they're buying it from your stupid butt really cheap, and then they're turning around and selling it for a lot more than you sold it to them for. They're literally taking your things and flipping them. And what my argument is that you could just do that without them. You don't need to make a little bit of plat to have somebody else sell your stuff. You could just do that. And I promise you, a lot of you probably sit in trade chat for like an hour or two and you go, nobody's buying anything. I'm not good at trade chat. It's not you. It's really not you. As long as your message is good, it's not you. And I'm telling you right now, like I have stupid plat right now. We have 100,000 plus platinum up here. And you know what? I absolutely have hours in trade chat where nothing gets bought, nothing gets sold. I literally am just like invisible in there for hours. Like it happens. It just totally happens. It's not you. It's not your message, most likely. You could come by to my stream, and if you want, I'll check your message. You could post it to me, let me know how you're saying it, and I'll make sure that it's all good. But chances are, it's not you, it's not your message. It's just that everybody in trade chat doesn't necessarily want to buy the items that you have at the moment. But if you stick at it long enough, they will. You'll bump into people that want to buy that stuff. Anyway, hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Also, I'm live every single day on Twitch where you guys can earn free Warframes, weapons, and mods. I'll explain that more when you get here. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out. Hopefully you're having an awesome night, day, whatever time it is. Absolutely love your faces, and I will see you guys in the next one.